The History of Deadpool. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to waste any time. Let's get into it.
You just promise you'll do right by me.
And please don't make the super suit green or animated.
I am very turned on right now.
Real-world origins. Deadpool was created by writer Fabian Nicieza and artist-writer Rob Liefeld. Liefeld created Deadpool's look and name, and Nicieza created the personality of the character, or in other words, Liefeld tried to rip off DC's Deathstroke and Nicieza wouldn't let him. Is that unfair for us to say? You decide. DC's Deathstroke is an ex-military mercenary assassin named Slade Wilson, who underwent experimental procedures which gave him the ability to heal faster than normal humans. He often uses guns, swords, and mockery to distract his opponents. Marvel's Deadpool is an experimental military mercenary assassin named Wade Wilson, who underwent experimental procedures which gave him the ability to heal faster than normal humans. He often uses guns, swords, and mockery to distract his opponents. Of course, Deadpool has since gone on to become not only his own character, but also one that far surpasses Deathstroke in popularity. But let's not pretend that he began life as a completely unique character. If you think we're being unfair, here's a quote from Forbes' interview with Rob Liefeld. Wolverine and Spider-Man were the two properties I was competing with at all times. I didn't have those. I didn't have access to those. I had to make my own Spider-Man and Wolverine. That's what Cable and Deadpool were meant to be. My own Spider-Man and my own Wolverine. And before you think that that comment was taken out of context, consider the following. Like Wolverine, Deadpool is Canadian and was involved in the Weapon X program. Could be said that coincidences upon coincidences plague Deadpool's origins. However, he does have one unique ability that wasn't inspired by other characters.
Move or die.
Pump the hate brakes, Thanos.
Breaking the fourth wall, as was excellently shown in the two Deadpool films. The thing is, Deadpool's not the first comic character to break the fourth wall. He's not even the first Marvel character to do it regularly. That honor belongs to the She-Hulk. He is, however, the first to regularly use fourth wall breaks to deconstruct comics, and by extension, superhero tropes. For instance, he often interacts with the caption box in the panels of his comics, thereby adding another layer of meta-comedy. In-universe origins. As is common with many Weapon X graduates, Deadpool doesn't remember much about his past. He can remember a few things from his childhood, but they're all lies. When he returned to the family home, he was surprised by two things. Both of his parents were alive, and he didn't recognize them at all. So there are very few things that Deadpool can remember that are actually true. Here are the few facts which are generally accepted as being part of Deadpool's pre-Weapon X origins. He traveled the world becoming a sumo wrestler for a time. The first time someone offered him money to kill someone else, he declined the offer. His first love was a teenage mutant sex worker named Vanessa. He left Vanessa when he found out that he had cancer. He joined Weapon X because they lied that they had a cure for cancer. Weapon X didn't have a cure for cancer per se, but they did have a way for Deadpool to reverse his cancer because of how they tinkered with his genetic makeup. Due to the killing of another failed Weapon X experiment, Deadpool was kicked out of the program. The real reason? Love, believe it or not. Specifically, love of death. See, in the Marvel Universe, the very concept of death is personified by a hooded, skulled-faced woman named Death. And Deadpool had fallen madly in love with her. First, he kills himself, and then he gets someone else to kill him, all so he can see her. Death, however, wanted a favor from Deadpool, to kill one of his fellow Weapon X experiments named Worm, to end Worm's suffering. This resulted in Deadpool being killed by the Weapon X administrators, which in turn resulted in Death basically making him immortal. Over the years, Deadpool has seemingly teamed up with as many people as he's fought, some of them being the same people such as Wolverine, Cable, and even Spider-Man.
And last but not least,
Peter.
Any power you want to tell us about?
I don't have one. I just saw the ad.
you're in.
Well, that's all for now, but until next time, love the geek. Peace.